7 powerful daily habits to build a thriving mindset. Imagine waking up every day feeling confident and ready for anything. The secret to a thriving life isn't a sudden change, but simple daily habits that strengthen your mindset. The lens through which you see the world. This isn't fleeting motivation. These are practical habits you can start today that build resilience and success over time. First, protect your mind by focusing on positive thoughts and shutting out negativity. Second, embrace discomfort. It's how you grow stronger. Third, practice self-awareness to spot and change limiting beliefs. Fourth, surround yourself with supportive, growth-minded people. Sixth, cultivate gratitude to shift your focus to abundance. Sixth, feed your mind daily with inspiring knowledge. Finally, take consistent action. Small steps that build unstoppable momentum. Master these 7 habits and your mindset becomes a fortress, unshaken by setbacks and ready to attract success. Start today and watch your life transform. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you will ever achieve. It is the invisible architecture that shapes your perception of yourself, your challenges, and the world around you. Without the right mindset, even the greatest opportunities can slip through your fingers, and the smallest obstacles can feel like insurmountable walls. What many people fail to realize is that this mindset is not something you are born with. It is cultivated and is built day by day, shaped and reshaped by the habits you form. Those small, seemingly insignificant choices you make each morning, each hour, each minute are the true architects of your future. Think of your mind as a garden. If you neglect it, if you allow weeds like doubt, fear, and negativity to grow unchecked, your garden will become overrun and unproductive. But if you choose to nurture it daily, planting seeds of positivity, confidence, and resilience, your garden will flourish beyond your imagination. The power lies not in a sudden change or a one-time breakthrough, but in the consistency of your daily habits. The small actions you take every day, what you think, how you respond, the attitudes you embrace, compound over time into the strongest version of yourself. It's also important to understand that your mindset controls your responses to life's inevitable challenges. 2 people can face the same situation and experience entirely different outcomes because of their mindset. One sees obstacles, the other sees opportunities. One sees failure, the other sees a lesson. This shift in perspective doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of deliberate mental conditioning, repetition of positive thoughts, reinforcing empowering beliefs, and choosing courage over fear. It's a process of daily mental discipline that rewires your brain to work for you, not against you. The most successful people you admire are not necessarily more talented or fortunate. They have mastered the art of building and maintaining a thriving mindset. They understand that their thoughts and habits directly influence their actions, which in turn create results. That's why they invest time every day into practices that reinforce strength, focus, and optimism. They protect their minds from toxic influences and deliberately feed it with empowering ideas. They don't wait for motivation to come. They create it by showing up daily with habits that align with their vision. If you want to change your life, start by changing your mindset. And if you want to change your mindset, start by changing your daily habits. Those habits don't need to be big or complicated. What matters is their consistency and alignment with the mindset you want to build. This is why small, daily habits matter more than grand gestures. They are the invisible work behind visible success. They are the roots that anchor your dreams firmly in reality. In the end, your mindset is the lens through which you view your entire existence. Build it strong, build it daily, and watch as every area of your life transforms. Your future depends on it. Consistency is the silent engine behind every success story. It's not the dramatic aha moments or the sudden bursts of effort that create lasting change. It's the small, steady steps you take day after day. When it comes to building a thriving mindset, the power lies in your daily habits and routines, because these form the framework upon which your future is built. The truth is, thriving isn't an event. It's a process. It's the result of repeated actions and choices, no matter how small, that accumulate over time to create something extraordinary. Each day is a new opportunity to invest in yourself, your thoughts and your attitudes. When you consistently choose to nurture positive mental habits, whether it's practicing gratitude, focusing on solutions instead of problems, or committing to personal growth, you're strengthening the foundation of your mindset. Over time, these habits become automatic. They form new neural pathways in your brain, making it easier to stay positive, motivated, and resilient, even when life throws curveballs your way. Consistency also builds trust in yourself. When you commit to daily habits, you prove to yourself that you are reliable and capable. This trust fuels confidence, which is the backbone of a thriving mindset. It's easy to feel motivated when everything is going well, but true mental strength comes from showing up even when you don't feel like it. That steady commitment separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. Moreover, your daily habits act like compound interest for your mind. Just as small deposits grow exponentially in a savings account over time, small positive actions compound to create powerful momentum. One day of practicing positive thinking or resilience won't change your life overnight, but one day followed by another and another will build unstoppable momentum. This momentum makes it easier to keep going, pushing through challenges and embracing opportunities with a thriving attitude. Another key point is that consistency helps you develop discipline, which is crucial for mental growth. Discipline is the muscle that allows you to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel motivated. It's cultivated through repetition, through showing up day after day, regardless of external circumstances. This discipline trains your mind to prioritize what matters most, to avoid distractions, and to stay focused on your goals. The more consistent you are, the stronger this muscle becomes, and the more resilient your mindset will be. Consistency also creates a sense of order and control in your life. When you build positive habits and stick to them, you reduce chaos and uncertainty. This stability allows your mind to focus on growth instead of survival. It gives you the confidence that you are actively shaping your future rather than being a passive observer of your circumstances. Ultimately, the power of consistency lies in its ability to transform small daily choices into lifelong success. Your thriving mindset is not born from luck or talent alone. It is forged through daily, intentional actions. Embrace the power of consistency. Make your daily habits non-negotiable and watch how your mindset evolves from one that simply survives to one that thrives and conquers every challenge. Certainly, here's the expanded version of the third keynote, up to 500 words, without subheadings. Your thoughts are like seeds planted deep in the soil of your mind. Each thought you choose to focus on, nurture, or entertain has the potential to grow into a powerful force that shapes your reality. The mind is incredibly receptive to whatever it is fed consistently. When you water it with positive, empowering, and constructive thoughts, your mindset flourishes, creating a thriving internal environment that supports success, happiness, and resilience. But when negativity, doubt, or fear take root, they grow into weeds that choke your progress and weaken your spirit. Understanding that your thoughts directly influence your emotional and mental state is the first step toward building a thriving mindset. What you think determines how you feel, and how you feel influences your actions. This chain reaction means that by controlling your thoughts, you are effectively steering your entire life. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on solutions, growth, and possibilities instead of limitations and problems. Mental discipline, the habit of consciously choosing your thoughts, is like training your mind to become a gardener of your own inner world. This requires practice and commitment, because your mind naturally gravitates toward negativity as a survival mechanism. However, you can retrain your brain by consistently redirecting your thoughts toward what empowers you. This doesn't mean suppressing difficult emotions, but acknowledging them and deciding not to let them define you or dictate your actions. Positive mental discipline involves recognizing when harmful or unproductive thoughts arise and gently but firmly shifting your focus back to thoughts that uplift and encourage. It's a daily exercise in mindfulness and self-awareness, which builds a resilient mindset over time. When you consistently water the seeds of hope, gratitude, confidence, and determination, these qualities grow stronger, becoming your default mindset even in difficult circumstances. Another important aspect of this habit is the power of visualization and affirmations. Visualizing your goals and affirming positive beliefs about yourself reinforce the seeds you are planting. They activate your subconscious mind to align your actions and decisions with your desired reality. The more you engage in these mental practices daily, the more natural it becomes to think in ways that support your thriving mindset. This mental discipline also creates a buffer against external negativity. Life will always present challenges, setbacks, and critics, but a mind trained to focus on positive and empowering thoughts is less likely to be shaken by these external forces. Instead, it remains anchored, adaptable, and hopeful. Ultimately, your thoughts are the foundation of your mindset. The daily habit of mental discipline, choosing and nurturing empowering thoughts, allows you to build a thriving mindset that withstands challenges, embraces opportunities, and propels you forward. Your mind is fertile ground. What you choose to cultivate there determines the quality of your life and your ability to thrive. Of course, here is the expanded version of the fourth keynote, up to 500 words without subheadings. Your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset. The people you surround yourself with, the places you spend your time, and the influences you allow into your life can either nurture your growth or hold you back. A thriving mindset doesn't develop in isolation. It grows best in an environment that supports positivity, learning, and resilience. When you create or choose an environment that fuels your ambition and encourages your mental and emotional well-being, you give yourself the best chance to build lasting success. Think about how much your mood, thoughts, and energy shift depending on the company you keep. If you spend time around people who are negative, critical, or unsupportive, it becomes difficult to maintain a positive mindset. Their doubts and fears can subtly infiltrate your own thinking, slowly eroding your confidence and enthusiasm. On the other hand, being surrounded by people who believe in your potential, challenge you to improve, and celebrate your progress can lift you to new heights. These kinds of relationships serve as a foundation for your thriving mindset. Your environment is not just about people. It's also about the physical spaces and mental inputs that influence your daily life. Cluttered, chaotic spaces can create stress and distraction, while clean, organized, and inspiring surroundings help clear your mind and keep you focused. Likewise, the information you consume, books, podcasts, social media, shapes your thoughts and beliefs. Constant exposure to negativity or limiting beliefs can weigh heavily on your mindset, while intentional consumption of positive, educational, and motivational content can empower and motivate you. Changing your environment doesn't always mean making drastic moves. Sometimes it's as simple as setting boundaries with toxic individuals, dedicating time to personal growth activities, or curating what you allow into your mind. It's about becoming intentional with your surroundings, recognizing their influence, and choosing what will best serve your mental and emotional health. When you create a positive environment, you are essentially building a support system for your thriving mindset. It's an ecosystem where your thoughts, emotions, and actions can align with your goals. This support reduces the mental noise and resistance that often come from negative surroundings, freeing you to focus on what truly matters. It also reinforces your commitment to daily habits that grow your mindset because you are surrounded by reminders of your potential and encouragement. Ultimately, your environment acts like fertile soil for your mindset. By consciously choosing to cultivate positivity, support, and growth around you, you give your mindset the nutrients it needs to thrive. This intentional choice strengthens your resilience, sharpens your focus, and fuels the energy required to face challenges and keep moving forward. A thriving mindset is not just built internally, it is supported and magnified by the environment you create and embrace. Embracing a growth mindset is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate to build a thriving mindset. It is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are not fixed traits, but can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. When you adopt this perspective, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for improvement and success because you see challenges and failures not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow. A growth mindset shifts the way you approach life's obstacles. Instead of feeling defeated by setbacks, you view them as valuable lessons that teach you what doesn't work and guide you toward what will. This attitude creates resilience, a key component of a thriving mindset. Resilience isn't about avoiding failure, but about bouncing back stronger each time you face difficulties. When you believe that you can grow and improve, you are more willing to take risks, try new strategies, and push beyond your comfort zone. This mindset also encourages curiosity and a love of learning. You become eager to acquire new skills, expand your knowledge, and improve yourself continuously. Instead of fearing mistakes, you welcome them as essential parts of the learning process. This fosters creativity and innovation because you're not confined by the fear of being wrong. You understand that every failure is a stepping stone to mastery and success. Moreover, embracing growth means recognizing that effort is a critical ingredient in achievement. It's not enough to have talent or intelligence, you have to work consistently to develop your potential. This realization helps you stay committed to your daily habits and routines because you know that progress comes from sustained effort over time. It also helps you stay humble and patient, understanding that success is a journey, not a destination. The growth mindset also transforms how you handle criticism and feedback. Instead of taking it personally or feeling discouraged, you use it constructively to identify areas for improvement. This openness to feedback creates a cycle of continuous development that propels your mindset forward. You become more adaptable and flexible, able to adjust your approach as you learn more about yourself and your environment. Importantly, the growth mindset improves your self-esteem and confidence. When you know that your capabilities can evolve, you are less likely to be defined by past failures or limitations. This belief empowers you to set higher goals and pursue your dreams with greater determination. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as the author of your own story. In essence, embracing a growth mindset rewires your mental framework from one of limitation to one of possibility. It fuels perseverance, curiosity, and a positive outlook that are essential for thriving in any area of life. By making this habit part of your daily mindset practice, you lay the groundwork for continual success and fulfillment no matter what challenges come your way. Taking full responsibility for your life is a habit that fundamentally shifts your mindset from one of helplessness to one of power and control. When you stop blaming external circumstances, other people, or bad luck for where you are, you reclaim your ability to shape your future. This habit is about owning your choices, your actions, and the outcomes they produce. Whether good or it may sound simple, But this level of personal accountability is one of the most transformative practices you can develop to build a thriving mindset. Often, it's easy to fall into the trap of blaming situations or people for failures or setbacks. When you adopt this mindset, you give away your power and make yourself a victim of circumstances. But true growth begins when you recognize that while you cannot always control what happens to you, you can control how you respond. This awareness is liberating because it puts the responsibility and therefore the solution squarely in your hand. Owning your life means you become the active participant in your story rather than a passive observer. Instead of waiting for things to happen or for someone else to change your situation, you take initiative. You look at your goals, your habits, and your mindset critically and honestly. You ask yourself tough questions. What am I doing that helps me move forward? What habits or thoughts are holding me back? What changes am I willing to make today to improve my life? This self-reflective attitude leads to better decision-making and consistent progress. Taking responsibility also strengthens your resilience. When you accept that setbacks are partly the result of your actions or inactions, you are more motivated to learn from them and try again. This mindset prevents you from falling into despair or blaming others, which can stall growth. Instead, you develop a problem-solving attitude that focuses on solutions and improvement. Another important aspect of this habit is that it builds trust and integrity, both with yourself and others. When you consistently take responsibility for your life, people see you as reliable and mature. You become someone who doesn't make excuses but faces challenges head-on. This reputation can open doors and create opportunities because others want to be around those who demonstrate accountability and strength. Taking responsibility also means being honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. It encourages humility and a willingness to seek help or advice when needed, which accelerates your growth. It requires you to let go of pride or denial and embrace the truth of your situation, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Ultimately, this habit empowers you to design your life with intention and purpose. By taking ownership of your thoughts, actions, and choices, you reclaim the steering wheel. You stop being controlled by external forces and start becoming the creator of your reality. This sense of empowerment is the foundation of a thriving mindset because it fuels confidence, motivation, and a deep belief that no matter what, you can influence your future. Practicing gratitude daily is one of the most powerful habits that can transform your mindset and elevate your overall well-being. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a deep, intentional focus on recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small they may seem. When you make gratitude a daily practice, you train your mind to look for the good, even in difficult situations, which builds resilience and fosters a thriving mindset. The act of gratitude rewires your brain by shifting your attention away from scarcity, complaints, and negative thinking. Instead of dwelling on what's missing or what's going wrong, you consciously focus on what you have, your health, relationships, opportunities, and even lessons learned through challenges. This shift in perspective creates a powerful emotional uplift, helping you feel more content, hopeful, and motivated to keep moving forward. Gratitude also deepens your connection to the present moment. When you pause to appreciate what is happening now, you break free from the distractions of worry about the future or regrets about the past. This mindfulness helps reduce anxiety and stress, two of the biggest barriers to building a thriving mindset. By centering yourself in gratitude, you create mental space to think more clearly and make better decisions. Another profound benefit of practicing gratitude is its impact on your relationships. When you regularly acknowledge and appreciate the people in your life, it strengthens bonds and builds trust. Expressing genuine gratitude encourages kindness and reciprocity, creating a positive cycle that uplifts both you and those around you. This supportive environment is essential for maintaining a thriving mindset because it provides encouragement and emotional nourishment. Gratitude also fuels motivation. When you recognize the progress you've made and the resources available to you, you feel inspired to work harder toward your goals. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or discouraged, you develop a sense of abundance and possibility. This mindset keeps you energized and focused, even when challenges arise. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as starting or ending your day by listing 3 things you are grateful for, writing thank you notes, or mentally acknowledging small wins throughout the day. The key is consistency, making it a non-negotiable part of your mental habits. Over time, this daily practice creates a positive feedback loop that transforms your overall outlook on life. Gratitude becomes a lens through which you view the world, making it easier to navigate setbacks and celebrate successes. This habit builds emotional strength, optimism, and a greater sense of happiness, core components of a thriving mindset. Ultimately, by making gratitude a daily habit, you take control over your mental state and build a foundation of positivity that supports your growth and success. It reminds you that no matter what is happening externally, you have within you the power to cultivate joy, peace, and resilience through simple, intentional appreciation. Creating strong boundaries is an essential daily habit for building a thriving mindset because it protects your energy and focus. When you set clear limits on what you will accept from others and how much of your time and attention you give away, you preserve your mental and emotional resources. Without boundaries, it's easy to become overwhelmed, drained, and distracted by outside demands or negativity. Learning to say no and prioritizing what truly matters allows you to stay aligned with your goals and values. Strong boundaries also help you maintain self-respect and confidence. When you communicate your needs and limits firmly and respectfully, you reinforce your sense of worth and show others how to treat you. This creates healthier relationships where mutual respect thrives. It prevents others from taking advantage of your kindness or goodwill, which can lead to frustration and burnout. By protecting your time and energy, boundaries give you the freedom to focus on your personal growth and well-being. You create space for habits that nurture your mind and body, such as reflection, rest, and learning. This balance is crucial because a thriving mindset cannot exist in chaos or constant exhaustion. Importantly, setting boundaries is not about isolating yourself or being rigid. It's about creating a safe mental and emotional environment where you can thrive. It allows you to engage with the world intentionally rather than reactively, making choices that serve your highest good. Over time, this habit builds inner strength and clarity, empowering you to pursue your goals with greater focus and peace.